He's not your soulmate, babe. He's your lesson. He didn't enter your life to stay. He entered your life to shake something loose, to show you where you still abandon yourself, to mirror what you haven't healed yet, to awaken a version of you who says, never again. You just met your storm, and now you get to become your sunrise. If you're new here, hi, I'm Montana. I am your single bestie, and I make videos about confidence, dating, self-worth, solo travel, and how to stop self-abandoning in relationships. And today, we're talking about that kind of breakup, the one that wasn't toxic enough to fully hate, but not right enough to fully keep. The kind that haunts you because you thought, this was my person. This was the one. But now you're left wondering, what do I do with all this love I still have? Let's start here. You are not crazy for believing that it was love. It was real. It was real in the way a mirror is real, not a window. You didn't fall in love with a forever partner. You fell in love with a reflection of who you wanted to be and the version of them you thought could grow with you. You fell for his potential. You fell for the moments he almost got it right. You fell for the fantasy you narrated in your head when he said, I've never felt this way before. But love, real love, isn't confusing. It's not conditional. It doesn't require decoding. If he left you constantly questioning, that wasn't love. That was a lesson. And no one talks about how spiritually violent it feels to let go of someone who still lives in your playlists, in your routines, in your dreams. You shared inside jokes. You pictured holidays. You went on vacations. You saw a future. And now you're left with an ache that doesn't have a name. It's not just sadness. It's mourning, not just of the person, but of the possibility. And I know it's tempting to text, to scroll through old messages, to check if they've watched your story. But what you're really craving is closure. And the wild thing is, closure isn't something that they give you. It's something you choose to give yourself. Let's break it down. A soulmate brings you closer to yourself. He pulled you further from her. A soulmate brings you clarity. He brought you confusion. A soulmate builds a home with you. He made you feel like you were always waiting on the blueprint. Here's the real. Not everyone who feels intense is meant to be your forever. Some people come into your life to ignite the pain that you've been avoiding so you can finally heal it. He wasn't your destination. He was your detour. And the gift? Now you know the signs. Now you know what you'll never accept again. But let's go deeper. Because this isn't just about getting over a man. This is about the version of you who was drawn to his inconsistency. The version of you who was okay with the breadcrumbs. The version of you who mistook anxiety for attraction. The version of you who overlooked the red flags. That is the spiritual shedding. Breaking the soul tie. Reclaiming your emotional body and saying, I love him, but I love me more. You're not weak for missing him. You're not foolish for staying as long as you did. You're brave for seeing the truth and choosing to walk anyway. So how do you start healing from someone that you felt like was your soulmate? Here's what I did. And if I were to tell you, if you were sitting across from me with puffy eyes and your phone on Do Not Disturb, write it all down. Not the pretty parts, the painful parts, the broken promises, the nights you cried. Let reality break the fantasy. Reminisce on the good times and the bad times. You can't just miss the good times. Block him. I said it. Not out of revenge, out of reverence for yourself. It doesn't have to be forever, but you need silence to rebuild your nervous system. Come back home to your body. Walk, journal, cry. Move, repeat. Let the energy leave your system so it doesn't live in your next relationship. Don't date to distract. Date yourself. Take yourself out. Ask, what do I actually like without his influence? And repeat after me. I am not unlovable. I was just trying to receive love from someone who didn't know how to give it. You didn't lose your soulmate. You released a karmic connection. You didn't fail. You graduated. And now you get to meet the version of you who's no longer waiting to be chosen because she chose herself. So grieve, scream, cry, get it out, delete the playlist if you have to, burn the journal, but don't go back, not even once, because there is a future version of you who is so damn proud that you finally walked away. If this touched your soul, babe, made you think about anything, hit subscribe and come hang out with us on Instagram at @singlebesties_ for daily group chat vibes, healing content, and sometimes I even give things away. Drop an emoji in the comments if you're letting go of someone who felt like your world, because guess what? You are the world, and the right love will know how to treat you like it. I love you. I mean it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.